The Borgs versus the Greys. This is the stage for a galactic battle. This is an insane battle. Let's get right into it. Now, the Borg, who we know from Star Trek lore, are a collective consciousness. They're very relentless assimilation of species and technologies. Near unstoppable regeneration abilities and adaptive shielding, they possess transwarp conduits, allowing them to strike across galaxies instantly. Now, the greatest strength is in their sheer numbers and adaptability. The longer they engage, the stronger they get. Now, the Greys. Now, this is some old lore, very straight conspiracy theories here. These are masters of abduction, telepathy, mind control, and genetic experimentations. Their technology is likely advanced gravitational manipulation, stealth cloaking, and multidimensional travel. Now, they're rumored to have very powerful psychic abilities, capable of paralyzing or even erasing memories. And their influence is subtle. They control minds, infiltrate systems without overt brute force. Now, their tactics are going to differ. The Borg, we know them. Overwhelming force, assimilation ships, tech, and even individuals into the Hive. They bring you in. They adapt their weaponry. They make themselves tougher to kill as the fight drags on. Now, the Greys work in stealth and manipulation, mental domination, perhaps even mass psychological control over Borg drones or indirect sabotage of the Borg neural systems. Now, the weakness of the Borg is that they're vulnerable to large-scale EMPs, psychic attacks that target the collective mind, and decentralized guerrilla warfare that avoids assimilation. Now, the Greys lack physical resistance. They're going to rely on their psychic power and advanced tech, which might not scale well against the Borg's adaptability and raw physical force. If we really got to get a verdict here, if we run this thing in direct war, just open warfare, the Borgs likely win. Their brute force assimilation would probably overwhelm the Greys' subtle psychic techniques. I don't think that's going to work much on them. The Borgs adapt to tech and tactics, and the Greys' mind control will be less effective against a distributed mind hive. Over the long term, I think the Greys may have an edge long term if they can manipulate the Borg directly, subvert their command structures, seed psychic viruses into collective. There's some opportunities for them there. But bottom line, I say if we run this thing 10 times, I'm going to go a 60% win rate for the Borg just because of how they assimilate. And the Greys are going to have to rely on their more subtle tactics like their mind control, which may or may not work on this hive mind.